can you sit there and tell me what you think might be the characteristics and qualities of the person
Right.
who could?
Well, I mean, unfortunately, I handled most of that for, not the sales piece, but most everything else at Accenture. And what permitted me to do that was broad background in all sorts of industries, all sorts of activities. Fortunate enough to get assignments across all the communications and marketing disciplines, but you sort of need that. But at the end of the day, if you don't understand the industry and the business you're in, you can't even come to the table. And if one piece of advice to young people, you've got to know your business you're in, because you will not be credible beyond writing press releases if you're not. So it's hard. Now, what's the background of people typical? I think you go back to what I said before. Today, you need the MBA, you need the business background, you need communication skills, and then you try to get as broad experience base as you can. And whatever company you're in, you better know it well.
Okay. Well, we're looking at kind of wrapping things up right now, and I just want to ask you, in your life, looking back on your career, and maybe not even in your career, which of your accomplishments are you most proud of?
Well, it'd be hard not at the Accenture launch, because we created a new company and it's a phenomenal study. But I was involved for many years, particularly at Burson, and in all the companies, I managed a lot of crises. And whether it was the Perrier recall, remember that years ago, or whether it was the Salomon Brothers bond crisis, or whether it was some fire chief burning tub showers for Owens Corning by pouring kerosene on it and lighting the kerosene to show they were flammable. I mean, these are things which are very exciting in the moment, because you've got to act within seconds of things. You get on an airplane, you have no time to think about it, and you have to go on your instincts. And they're some of the most exciting times in any kind of public relation career. But and the life of an organization can rest on your decisions. Now, we happen to work with Warren Buffett, the Salomon Brothers thing, and so we were sort of just executing because he's brilliant. But in a number of the crises we worked in, we were actually making decisions that were business decisions. And you can sink or swim with a business by what you do in the public relations field. So that's very exciting. I think the most exciting thing I've ever done, though, is having my son join me in my business. And the Murphy & Company is run by my son and myself, and that's been so gratifying I can't describe it. So
It must be wonderful to work with.
it is, right. I don't know how he puts up with me, but it's great. That's right. That's exactly right. So.